Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 6 of our Transport Fever 2 Let's Play. If you guys are new to the series, definitely check out some of the older videos. And as always, like and comment, let me know how I'm doing, and subscribe for more videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into episode 6 here. We're just taking a look at our steel train, and there's an issue with this train, and I want to see if you guys catch what it is. So let's see what happens here as it goes into Newport. Alright, you guys seeing the issue? It's switching. It's only using one track to pass through. And we can see this if we go into the lines. So remember that we wanted to treat this as a pass-through for both of these lines, but instead, because we have this passenger platform here, it's not doing that. So we're going to have to edit this station. Let's let this steel train get out of here. And now we'll pause really quick. Let's just go ahead and make sure time is running. Okay. So we got to edit this station. I think we did it at the end of the last episode as well. Just because we want the cargo to use the pass-through, which it's not doing currently. So let's fix this. And then we can go ahead and add in another one there. We're gonna have to delete these tracks out, and hopefully we can still make this turn with the bridge there. Now let's come in here and edit this. So we're gonna need another track here. And then we're gonna need to put our passenger platforms back in. And let's add our stairs so that they can get from the passenger building, the train station itself, onto the platform. And now let's see if we can make this connection. We can. It's going to slow it down quite a bit, but that's okay because they're coming into a station or leaving a station, so it's not the end of the world. And then let's check our signals here. I think we had a set of one-way signals right here. So we'll add those back in. And then let's go ahead and add this track back in. It's not totally necessary, but I think it improves the aesthetic of actually having a reason for that to work. And now this is all screwed up. So let's take a look at this line here. So the Newport line, let's just add it back in. So if we add Newport back in there, and then we take this out, and we add Newport coming back, that'll fix it. We have them waiting for 60 seconds for a full load of people. Just like that. And that fixed our steel line and allows it to actually run where we want it to run. Great. And look at that, just on cue, we had a train coming in. It should stop here at Newport, make a little bit of money. Or not, I may have actually, maybe I messed that line up. Boston to Newport, yeah, maybe it just missed the, yeah, you can see the people are all reshuffling, figuring out where they need to go. So I'm sure that was just a minor issue there, and it'll kind of sort itself out. So, let's talk about kind of some of the things that we want to do today. So, first of all, if we come over here, we see that Falmouth and Chatham both demand construction materials. And there isn't a construction materials plant around here. There is, however, one up here north of Boston. And there's some stone here, and then some stone here on the other side of Brockton. So I think what we're going to try and do is ship some construction materials down here to a centralized port, and then distribute them to Falmouth and Chatham. So the way that I think we're going to do this, there are a couple ways that we could do it. one way that would be interesting is we could actually put... I don't really want to do it that way. We have this rail line running right past this quarry. This actually wasn't the way that I was planning on doing it, but it might work. And then we could truck the stone up here. Interesting. I wasn't actually thinking of doing it this way. But we could. I could tie another track in here into the industrial line. Interesting. Really wasn't the way that I was planning on doing it, but now I'm kind of thinking that it will work. Would there be anywhere else where this industrial line would need to go? Potentially? Maybe? I don't know. We have a coffee farm up there. Let's look at the terrain, see what we got. Nothing major. Okay, we're kind of going on the fly right now, because this wasn't really the way that I was planning on doing it, but I think it's what we're going to do. So we'll put a road in like this, and then we'll come in here with a 240 meter cargo platform. We'll put that there. And now we're going to run some regular tracks, non-electrified. Out here. Just trying to get that nice and smooth. It is. We're going to lose a little bit of speed there, so... I would really like to join up before that that road crossing, so I think we'll sacrifice a little bit of speed there in order to make that happen. And then we'll bring this back up to here, and then we'll come in here and merge it in. Like that. And now this will carry through here. We can come through here really quick and just clean this up. So we'll get like a 10 brush size. Put in a little bit of ballast. Oh, wrong tool. We'll remove that tree that was growing there under the ballast. And then I like to come through with this grass with a 3 setting. Just put a little bit of grass on there. I think it makes it look nice, like it's grown in. And then we'll continue these tracks down. And it's not liking that for some reason. It really doesn't want to snap to this track. There we go. And now we're actually going to, I'm going to delete out this siding track here, just so that it doesn't get in our way. And now this is going to merge in here. And then this is going to come back to here. And we're going to have a couple crosses here. And now I'd like to take this siding track and bring it all the way over to here. Like that. So that we can get a train on there. That's actually not the right side of the track, so we're gonna have to do that one more time. Because we want it to go out here. Like that. So now let's fix our signals here. So we're going to want a one-way there and there. Honestly, I don't think I even want these signals here. It's too close. I don't want them to block. Alright, so we want a non-one-way there. We've already got these signals, so that should work. And now I'm going to come through here, and I'm going to delete these out just for a second, because I want to auto-signal this down. Please tell me that... Ah, man. I was hoping that that didn't take, because I want these to be one-ways. So we'll remove those out. And we want one-way signals, so we'll add that one in. That'll take us all the way down to here. Send it back. Perfect. And that's an okay distance. Maybe we'll move it just a little bit closer. And delete these out. Okay. So now we can move some construction material, or some stone rather, from here. And we'll drop it up in this same platform that we're dropping the whatever it's called, machines. We can share that because that's just a drop off, so they'll just run in there and drop off whatever they've got before they and then leave. So there really shouldn't be much of a tie up there. So this will be Brockton stone. And then this is going to be trucked over. So let's add on another platform here for some stone. And this will be trucked right over to here. So why don't we actually go ahead and add a road in. Let's turn on our contour so we can kind of see what we're doing here. And we'll kind of come around this terrain. And then in here. And now let's go ahead and we're going to need 2 platforms. One to drop off the stone and then one to pick up the construction materials and ship it over to a port. So we'll add in something like that. And let's see, actually, can we get a port that's in catchment here? I don't know if we can, but we can try. So if we add a port in here, we might have to truck it down here. And that'll be okay if that's the case, but let's see if it's in catchment. So if I put a road in here... Yeah, it's not in catchment. It's just a little bit too far. And that's okay. It is what it is. So let's grab a bit smaller of a brush. We'll even that out. And then let's even out a pad here where we can put in a little truck stop. Just one platform. And now we'll come in here with a street. We'll extend that out. Let's configure this. Put in a little building. More for decoration than anything. And let's see if we can delete that. Yeah. And have it hold its shape. Cool. So now that's connected up. So now we can set up a line to just bounce down here from platform 2 and deliver that construction material. Wait for full load before it goes. So this is a truck route, and this is Boston construction materials. And then this is going to be Boston stone. Wait for full load forever. Boston stone. And now this, we're going to need a port down here. And I'm thinking right here, generally by this intersection, is where I'm going to put it. That way we have good equal access to both cities. What are they? Falmouth and Chatham. So let's go ahead and put a road in right here. Let's try and get it to be nice and smooth. And then we'll branch right in here. I actually might branch into this road here. If we can make a nice... Yeah, there we go. That's nice. And now let's get a truck stop. This will need 2 stops. Put that in right here. Remove that. We'll put in maybe 2 of these, a building, and then some roads. And now let's go ahead and add these connections in. And then we'll just come in here and just smooth out all this terrain. And that looks nice and flat. That looks really good. Fill in the terrain behind there. Smooth it out a little bit. And now we can get a new line from Boston and down here to, I guess this is the Chatham port. And up at Boston, I want them to wait for full load for maybe 6 minutes. Maybe 8 minutes before they leave. I want this to be as full as they can. So this is going to be Boston to Chatham construction materials. Great. And now we need to deliver those construction materials into these cities. So let's see, they're going to come in on this road, and it looks like all the construction materials is kind of up here, so I might have them drop it maybe here, and then leave. So let's set up that first line. And let's make it a nice dark red so it stands out. And I want them to wait for full load forever before they head over here. And this is going to be Falmouth construction materials. And now we're going to need another stop over here. They're going to come into town here. So I might have them drop right about here. Looks like that's covering most of it. We're not getting these couple down here, so kind of is what it is right now. So they'll drop up here. Again, let's make it a nice dark red. Wait forever. And this is going to be Chatham Conmat. Okay. So now we need to get some vehicles on here. So for the construction material delivery, we can use these Studebakers with the side stakes. Let's get 4. And I'm going to put 2 on each line. So now both of these have 2. We're going to need a ship. So let's spin this around and see if we can get this in somewhere. So we'll add this in right here. Let's get a ship on here. So it looks like this Axle P is going to be our best bet. And we'll add that on there. So now up here, we're going to need to get some trucks to deliver stone. Looks like these flatbeds are going to be the best bet. Why don't we get 8 of them to deliver the stone? Now I wonder if these are going to interfere, so I just want to see really quick what they're going to do. Like, are these going to block these guys from leaving? My guess is yes. Or not. I don't know how that worked, but I'm okay with it. Let's get a couple more to deliver machines. Yeah, I don't really know how that worked. Anyway, that's okay, I guess, for now. Let's go ahead and get a train on here. So we'll go with diesel. I'll probably go with one of these GP9s. And now to move stone, we're going to need these gondolas. So why don't we bring it up to... I'll probably bring it up to max length, just because we're going to be delivering to 2 different places. So let's get that train on there. And let's let it come down here, and we should start to see some stone piling up. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Now, these passenger lines, this Boston to Poughkeepsie, we got huge numbers on this line. We've got average 200 there, average 300 there, 500 here. Nobody wanted to go to Poughkeepsie, but that's because a train just left. So, I'm curious. We have these diesel multiple units. This one goes 110, carries 52. I might segment this line. I might change this back to Boston to New Haven. And I might break off this line so that it's just running from New Haven to Boston, and then put a separate train on this line altogether. Now I thought I just saw... Yeah, okay. So there's a train up here, up in Poughkeepsie, picking people up. And I just want to see where the other train is. It's probably somewhere up here. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, so once this Boston to Poughkeepsie train... So it's leaving now, so let's go ahead and segment this line. So Boston to New Haven. Let's get rid of both of these stops. So it's just stopping at New Haven. And now let's establish a new line from Poughkeepsie to New Haven. And there's the line. Couldn't connect all stations. Why not? Poughkeepsie to New Haven. That's so odd. It's connected. Let's get rid of this. So what's going on here? Oh, you know what it is? There's no cross here. Yep, that's exactly what it is. So let's come in here and just add on a cross. And that should fix this whole thing. And let's just bump these down a little bit. Okay, so now Poughkeepsie to New Haven. And I want them to wait for full load for maybe 60 seconds before they move about. And we'll make that just a little bit darker green. And this is Poughkeepsie to New Haven. Let's see if I spelt that right. Yes, I did. I think. Yes. Kind of impressed. Not gonna lie. Poughkeepsie, that's a tough one to it's a tough one to spell. And now let's get a new train on here. So I think we're gonna go with this Pioneer Zephyr for this line. And it's got 52 capacity. It's not bad. So let's add it on this line. Let's see this train coming out of here. It's a pretty cool looking train. And that's just going to bounce between Poughkeepsie and New Haven, which is great. I think that's going to work a lot better than having... Because now what this is going to allow us to do is focus this Boston to New Haven train on higher capacity, and I think that the way we're going to do that is we're just going to add on a couple more cars. So that's now 126 capacity. So we'll go with that. Let's see if we can find one of these trains here. So here's one running up. Where's the other one? It's around here somewhere. It's leaving right now with 126 capacity. Nice. And we've got our Zephyr coming along here. Oh, we just got new trucks. Tarpaulins, or these Mon trucks, which is great. But I think that this is going to work better. And, you know, you can see here we got no one that wants to go up to Poughkeepsie. We have a ton of people on these bus routes. So why don't we get another bus on both of these lines? Let's see if we got anybody up here. Yeah, we got 13 that want to go down there, so I just think that it's more reasonable than what we had going on before. Man, we got a huge number of tools. Sometimes I enjoy just kind of running around and fixing stuff as we go. Yeah, so this has got 132 tools coming over here to New London. That's not bad. All right, let's check out how this is running. So we got some stone up there. Our stone train just dropped off a load. And now we got our trucks running up here to deliver some stone over to here. And let's tell this Axle P to wait forever for a full load when it gets up here to Boston. Oh, and this line has no vehicles on it. I missed one. Let's add maybe 2 of these onto this line. And I see we have a stray stone here, so let's get rid of that. Because now this should start to recognize, yeah, Falmouth and Chatham. And we should start to put some construction materials on here. We ran out of stone here, so let's go into this line and maybe sell a couple of these. So now we only have 6 on there. I think that that should work a little bit better. Okay, cool. So, some of the other stuff that I was hoping to do in this episode. Now that we hopefully are going to get some construction materials sent down to this port. We'll have to keep an eye on that to see if the capacity is high enough. But, now, some of the other stuff that I wanted to do. I was thinking that we could use this facility here to deliver some fuel into Hartford. We'll probably do it using a rail. I'm guessing if the terrain will allow. Looks like we could probably get a rail station in here and run it, you know, generally through this farm. Not sure how happy they would be about it, but I'm sure the rail company would pay good money to use that farmland. And then I think we could probably use some trucks to get the oil sand down from up here in these hills. So let's go ahead and put in a little road here. I might use a little bit higher speed road, just to take advantage of the faster Mon trucks. And it doesn't really matter which one of these we go to. Why don't we go to this one first? So if we upgrade some of this road, maybe pull it out just a little bit further, we could get a little truck stop in here. Maybe like right there. And now let's go ahead and connect this up. Okay, so now we got a truck stop here. It's in catchment. And now let's work a road down here. So let's again go with this road. We'll kind of follow this terrain a little bit. See where we're trying to go, and we'll probably just work our way down this hill right here. And we'll connect it in right there. And now we're going to need a truck stop. Probably just one stop for now, for the drop-off of the, what are we dropping off? For the drop-off of the oil sand. And now we'll just connect this up right here. So let's get a truck route going here. And why don't we make this kind of a dark orange for the oil sand? And we'll say, don't leave until you leave. Don't leave Lee until you have a full load. So this is Lee to Springfield oil sand. And now we can probably get a depot in here. Why don't we spin it around and kind of put it in right here? Let's get some trucks on here. So we'll use these Mon trucks. We can use... we can't use the dump trucks for the oil sand. That is unfortunate. So we'd have to use tarpaulins. So I guess that's what we'll do, because we want to get that speed. Let's get 8. We'll put them on that line. And now we want to get a rail station in. Kind of out of town here. So let's get a 240 meter rail station. Yeah, and that looks pretty good right about there. And now let's go ahead and connect it up. We'll just connect it up like that. We'll delete that out. Pull this out a little bit further so that we can get a nice connection in here. that. And now we're going to need a little truck stop here. And I think we'll just kind of add it in like that. Come in here. And connect this up. So let's get our one-way roads. Connect that up like that. And now we're going to need a stop here to drop off the fuel. So they'll probably come down this road. Maybe drop right here. So let's see if they'll do this the way that I want them to. They're not. But that's okay. We can make them. And this will be Hartford fuel. F-U-E-L, fuel, I think. I mean, I could actually have them do it this way. Oh, I forgot they're going to go out this road. So why don't we flip this to the other side? Yeah, and that's okay. I don't mind that. And now we're going to need a depot in here. This looks like a pretty industrial space with a house in it, so we're gonna get rid of that house so that we can get some trucks in here. Let's maybe get 2 fuel trucks. And now let's figure out how we want to do this track. So if we come into our terrain view, we could potentially continue this rail line on, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in like that. Now let's take this track out. And it really doesn't like those crossings. Just trying to think of what would be the most realistic way that we could get this to work. I think one way that we could do it is if I take this road here, extend it to there, put this track in here, running through this farmland. Probably remove that as well. Bring this right to the end. And then curve it out. Take that down, and then we'll come back and clean this up. But now we're going to need to do something about this. So if we kind of branch this off, like that, there'll be some railroad tracks running through this field. And now let's clean this up a little bit. So if we get this brush, get a little bit bigger. Now we'll just kind of back this field area off of this rail line. And now let's come in here and just add in a couple trees to some of these areas. Like that. I think that looks good, and I think it's I think it would work well. And let's just preempt this and add in another track here. Oh, and this actually isn't the way that we're doing stations anymore, I forgot. So we're going to need another set of tracks. Like that. And now we merge this one in. And then we put our cross in. And now we'll have to do the same thing back here. Add in that other track, and then we'll fix this track that we had in here. So why don't we take this track in here? We still maintain 75. We'll add this in, and then we'll put this cross after this road. And now let's run some one-way signals. Apparently not auto-signaled. Down here. Send this back. Move these a little bit closer. And delete these ones out. So now we can get a new line, and this is going to deliver fuel into Hartford. And I want these guys to wait for a load for maybe 6 minutes before they go. And let's call this Springfield to Hartford fuel. And now we need to get a train onto here. Got a little bit of terrain there. I have a little bit of terrain here. So if I put this kind of right there. Nope, that's not going to work. So let's delete that out. What if I spin this around? Put it in maybe right there. And then we can kind of curve this up here. And branch that in, and now we're going to need a non-one-way signal right here. And we'll add that in there. Now we should be able to get a train on here. So let's go with probably just one of these. I mean, it's not a very far run. Maybe we'll get like 120 capacity train on there. I know that that's more than Hartford is demanding right now, but, you know, planning for the future a little bit. So this train will come out here, and now this should start to, yeah, recognize Hartford. We've already got some trucks staged there to pick up the fuel. And where are these guys driving all the way up to Lee? They are. That's quite a drive. But okay, we should start to see some, yeah, there we go, some fuel coming onto this platform. And now we should figure out what we want to do with the sand. And there is a facility down here that can create construction materials with said sand. There's also a siding here. We could probably branch off here. We could run a rail line up there. Because we could bring this down. Figure out how we could tie it in with this terrain. Maybe punch it through there and tie it in right here. And then they could come up here. Yeah, that could work. So like if we wanted to tie in here. Let's see about this terrain. We could tie in like this. So let's try that. Let's see if we can find where we tied in. Looks like there. And now we'll bring this up here. Like that. Now let's go back into our terrain view so that we can, well, let's fix this station first. We'll go in and add a merge here. Bring this down here. Connect that up there. We're going to be doing a little bit of a fill here because there's a little dip. And now if we connect that up, now we're tied into the main line. Okay. So now, if we come back up here, we're going to need another platform. And I screwed this train all up. Okay, so now that's tied into the main line here. And now once these trains clear out here, I'm going to do a little editing here. So why don't we back this off and see if we can link it in to this line. And now this portion doesn't need to be electric, nor does this portion. This needs to be a double switch, as does this, as does this. So we'll do this. And now let's take a look at this electrification one more time. So this portion doesn't need it, but the rest do. And then this portion, actually this portion doesn't need it at all. And so now they're gonna run down here. This doesn't need to be electrified. This doesn't either. And now, is there anywhere where we would want to continue up? Probably. So why don't we put in a pass-through? Maybe right here. And let's go ahead and add in our passing tracks just for now, kind of get ahead of ourselves. In a good way, I guess. Connect these up. Connect that up there. Okay. And now let's connect this road up. Like that. So that's encatchment there. And now we're going to be producing construction materials, which could just come right down here. But we don't have another cargo platform. So maybe we could truck them into the city? Like if we put a road crossing right there. Maybe with that bridge, kind of like that bridge. Connect those there. What's the terrain look like here? Nothing major. So why don't we just run this down here? Connect that in. And now we're going to need a truck stop here. And I honestly might replace this with this higher speed road, just for continuity. Connect that in. Connect that in. And connect that in. And now, what if we put this in here? Put this in like this. We'll add in an entrance. We'll add in a building. exit. Now let's go ahead and connect these up. Like that. And now we will need stop. Oh, and it's all right here, which is actually really good. So I could have them stop right here. It's just a drop off, so I don't think it'll interfere with the buses too much. Actually, why don't we'll add in a drop-off point right here, because this catches almost all of the stone. So now if we get a new line, we run down here and drop off. This will be the New London construction materials drop off. Make that a dark red, and I'll have them wait for a full load forever before they head down here. And then why don't we shift this to platform 2? Quick autosave, there we go. So now they're not interfering with one another. Let's grab this, get some trucks on there. Maybe 3. Put that on that construction materials line. And now we just need to establish this sand line. Maybe we'll make it like a dark yellow. It's kind of a long line, so why don't they wait for 8 minutes before they leave? And this will be Springfield to New London sand. Now let's come in here and get a train on here, and we're definitely going to go with this more powerful train. And we need gondolas. So why don't we go with that for now? Let's see how that works. And now we should start to see sand on this platform. And there it is. These are kind of waiting for some goods, but that's okay. All right, guys. This is going to bring us to the end of this episode. And for sure this time, I've said it now for, 2 episodes before this. Going to be out of town, so this is definitely the last episode that I'm going to upload before I head out for about 3 weeks. So hopefully you guys stick around. Really excited to get back to the channel when I get back. And until then, I hope you guys have a great day. As always, like and comment. Let me know how I'm doing. And subscribe for more videos. So until the next time, have a great day. Thanks. Bye.